The Tale of the Huge Carrot and the Small Rabbit. Once upon a time, in a little village nestled between rolling hills and fields of wildflowers, there was a carrot. But this wasn't just any carrot. No. This carrot was enormous. It was so big that if it wore a hat, it would have had to order it from the tallest tree. This carrot towered above all the other vegetables in the garden, casting a grand shadow over the pumpkins and tomatoes. Now, living nearby was a small rabbit named Pip. Pip was so small that most people didn't even notice him hopping along. His nose twitched faster than the blink of an eye, and his whiskers wiggled whenever he got excited, which was pretty much all the time. Pip's big dream was to find the juiciest, crunchiest carrot in the entire world, and when he saw the enormous carrot in the garden, he thought he'd struck gold. One sunny morning, Pip gathered all his courage and bounced over to the enormous carrot. "Hello, big carrot," squeaked Pip, looking up until he nearly toppled over backward. "Would you mind if I took a bite? I've never seen a carrot as big and beautiful as you." To Pip's surprise, the enormous carrot opened one of its leafy eyes and smiled. Yes, smiled. This carrot was magical, you see. "Hello, Pip," said the carrot in a warm, deep voice. "I wouldn't mind sharing, but I'm afraid I'm too big for you to take a bite all by yourself." Pip scratched his head, pondering. Then, an idea popped into his mind like a popping kernel of corn. "What if I get all my friends to help? We could nibble our way from the bottom up, and by the time we're done, you'll be the crunchiest carrot that ever existed." The carrot chuckled, its leaves shaking with laughter. "That sounds splendid. Bring your friends, Pip, and we'll have a grand feast." So Pip went from burrow to burrow, inviting every creature he could find. Soon, there was a line of rabbits, squirrels, mice, even a family of hedgehogs, and a curious mole named Minky, who had heard about the enormous carrot all the way from his tunnel beneath the old oak tree. When everyone arrived, Pip stood in front, eager to lead the way. "All right, everyone," he shouted, though his voice was small, it was full of determination. "Let's nibble this carrot and have the best feast ever." The animals began nibbling, munching, and crunching, each taking small bites from the bottom of the carrot. But it turned out, the enormous carrot was even more filling than it looked. One by one, the animals' bellies grew round and full. First, the mice lay down with tiny carrot crumbs on their whiskers. Then the squirrels took a break to pat their full bellies. Even the hedgehogs waddled off for a nap, mumbling about how delicious the carrot was. But Pip wasn't ready to give up just yet. Though his belly was full and his legs wobbly, he wanted to keep going. He looked up at the carrot and said, "I've never had such a tasty carrot. You're truly the best." The enormous carrot laughed, sending a gentle breeze through the garden. "Thank you, Pip. You've made my day just as wonderful as I hope I made yours." And just as Pip gave one last tiny nibble, he curled up at the carrot's side and fell asleep, dreaming of all the carrots he'd nibble in his future adventures. The enormous carrot watched over him and all the other sleeping animals, feeling proud to have been the best, biggest, and crunchiest carrot they'd ever known. And from that day on, the animals told stories about the huge carrot and the small rabbit who had the grandest feast of all time. And every now and then, Pip would wander by the garden and tell the new carrots about his famous adventure, hoping one day he'd find another friend as big, tasty, and magical as that enormous carrot.